Mike. What day is it, Mike? It's hump day. Yes. And we are halfway through our week. And I hope it is going well for you, my friend. You know, on Monday Morning Cup of Joe, we talked about two tools commonly used in creating a vision, whether you are an entrepreneur, a leader within an organization, or just a human being who wants to create their true north, to gain clarity in what you want to manifest. And the important thing between these two tools is that you have the vision board to give what you're going to contribute to create value in the world, right? And then the dream board is what you want to get. Equilibrium. It's a dichotomy, right? Absolutely. So let's talk about vision a little bit more. And then next week's topic will be different. But in the book Bold, written by Stephen Kotler and Peter Diamandis, they talk about exponential organizations. And these are organizations that will live longer than many do now. You know, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies or the top companies 40 years ago don't exist anymore. Why? Because their vision was short-sighted, if they had a vision at all. Look, we have to look at our lives as something that is a long journey. And so visions are things that we find fulfillment and passion in, just moving towards. You may not even reach your vision, but that's not what's important. It's the journey that matters. It is that feeling of progress and being able to contribute to something bigger than yourself. Look, Apple didn't say, hey, we're a computer company. You want to buy a computer? No, they didn't say that. They said we want to empower the common person to stand up to Big Brother. Right? That was their desire, to put us in control. And that's what really vision is all about. If you have a compelling vision of your future, it puts you in control. Without a vision, no control. And what happens? Your ship sails wherever the wind blows you. And it may not be in a direction that you want to go. This is what we mean by the difference of life being something that happens to you, being the ship, and life being something that happens for you, being in control of your future. But first, you have to start at the foundation. The foundation called vision. Gaining clarity in terms of what your purpose is. And I know we talked about that, and it can be tough to figure out, what is my purpose? And all I can do is say, explore. Explore with your life. Meet different people, do different things, and discover your purpose, right? We tend to, this is a Stephen Covey quote, we tend to detect rather than create our purpose in life. We feel it. It lights the flame within us, and we find our passion, and we pursue it. Hopefully we pursue it, because only through pursuing your passion will you truly gain a sense of fulfillment. Now, in this concept laid out by Kotler and Diamandis, they talk about the exponential organization, one that sees itself in a great picture of global influence. That's big. Thinking big gets us much further than thinking small, immediate, short term. We have to play, as Simon Sinek would say, the infinite game, something that we will be into for life. And that should be exciting, should be very exciting. Now, within that, instead of vision, what Kotler and Demandis talk about is something called the massively transformative passion, something that drives you. It reminds me of being on a wave surfing and that wave just pushing you forward with great force and that wind in your hair as you move toward the sand. That is what having a vision is all about. It's compelling, not just for you, but for those who wish to join your tribe because they also share in your vision. They also carry the same passion to want to achieve what you want to achieve. And remember, these things that we achieve go beyond mere products and services. It stands for something greater than that. That is what vision is all about. And this is going to be another series, but we start with vision because, again, that's the foundation. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're going to start a business, you have to think about the impact, the benefit to mankind, if you will, of what you do. That's something bigger than just a small idea. How does your product or service benefit humanity? In the perfect world in the future, what role will you play in creating that excellent future? That's the vision. Take time and journalize about your vision. Take a look at, what you're doing. I'll give you an example of this because I know it's hard to put our heads around. I was working for an office furniture manufacturer, and in the division or the department that made chairs that go into offices, I was telling the team of the assemblers in manufacturing that they create something that changes the lives of other human beings. Think about it. People at work, we spend a third of our life at least at work. And to have a comfortable chair allows us to avoid heavy fatigue and become more creative, more innovative, more productive, and hopefully more fulfilled. So I shared this with the group and they were like, yeah, that's awesome. Except for one person. His name was Ronnie. And Ronnie walks up to me and goes, hey, Teach, I don't get it. Look, I come in here and I build chairs and put them in a box and they go in the back of the truck. I don't know where the hell they go. And I don't even think I care. I'm here for a paycheck. That's it. That's all I care about. I thought about that. Thought how sad. That's existing. It's not living. So we had an installation team that would go and install furniture for the customers. And they were always like really excited and proud about what they do. And I thought, well, how can I get this level of excitement, enthusiasm, and pride into Ronnie? So what we did was we had the chair team go to an installation nearby, meet up with the installation team, and be a part of that whole experience of installing. And, well, with the chair team, what they did was they would take chairs to the individual cubicles and replace the chair that the individual in that cubicle was sitting in. And so Ronnie goes down an aisle. He kind of disappears for a second. I'm kind of wondering what's going on. So I go down the aisle and I overhear him talking to one of the employees, the individual who was in the cubicle he was delivering the new chair to. He said, let me show you what this does. And he opens up the box and he pulls out this beautiful chair compared to the rat infested chair this poor person was living in, essentially. And he pulls that out of the way and throws the box over it. And he opens up, takes the plastic off this brand new chair. It's like, the smell of a brand new car kind of thing. Had her sit down and he started adjusting it. He said, "Gosh, your feet need to be flat on the floor." And she says, "Yeah, my feet dangled off my old chair." He says, "No, that's not good." So he dropped it down to where her feet were flat on the floor and he brought up the armrests so she was comfortable and her elbows were at a 90-degree angle because we're talking ergonomics here. And he adjusted her monitor so it was at the middle of her eyesight. She wasn't looking up and she wasn't looking down. And so he really got into it with her. He was showing her all the different things that it can do. And he says, "I'm going to customize the fit of this chair just for you." Well, let me tell you something. Her eyes lit up. She was so happy. She felt just amazing. She said, "The old chair used to give me backaches, and this one, it's so comfortable, I may just fall asleep in it." They had a great conversation. And I think Ronnie that day learned something that I was talking about, but he needed to experience it. He needed a taste for it. And so at the end of the day, after he delivered several chairs to other employees within the company, we all piled back in the van and headed back to the plant. And all the employees got out of the van, and Ronnie was the last one to get off. And I kind of looked at him, and he smiled, and he said, "Thank you." I said, "You know something, Ronnie? All we have to do is think beyond the box." And that's true about our lives, is that if we believe that we are mundane, then we will see the world as being mundane, and we won't have the excitement. And without that excitement, we'll never feel fulfilled in the work that we do. But it wasn't about a chair for Ronnie, not at all. It was about helping Millie, the employee that he had set this chair up for. He was helping another human being with something that would fundamentally change her life from the standpoint that she would no longer have backaches, that she would feel comfortable in the work that she was doing, and she would be more productive because of it. Do we see the big picture? Our vision must be the big picture, the massively transformative purpose. And that makes all the difference. And that's step one. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're thinking about, what you want to accomplish. I know so often, I work with entrepreneurs all the time and it's marketing and social media and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, 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 no. Don't worry about that first. Define your massively transformative purpose, and the rest will follow suit. The rest will make the difference. Now, next week, I'm going to share with you how mission works with vision, because they're not the same thing. The vision is the great what and why. The mission is more like how. Now, there's another thing that I want to share with you. I have a book coming out, The Business Relationship Edge Beyond the Bottom Line, and it is about human relationships in the course of doing business, being able to find purpose and fulfillment. It's a quick read. It's 10 short stories that illustrate one of 13 principles. If you put down below in the comments area that you would like a copy of the book, and I will send you the book, and there will be 3 days on Amazon where you can go to download the book or receive a hard copy for free. And then all I ask is that you read the book and leave a review. That's it. I would really appreciate that. It is our 1-year anniversary this month for Monday Morning Cup of Joe. And I thought it would be fitting to release the book and give it as a gift to those who have been a part of this for so long, like yourself. I appreciate you. The weekend is near. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And as always, I will see you on Monday Morning Cup of Joe. Lead well, my friend.